Hello everyone. In this video, I'll be making a passing and scoring package for the subject. It's typical to different universities, irrespective of university, you can refer this video. So, in this subject, it's like a huge content of theory. So I made very simplified form so that you can understand it very properly. I guarantee that if you dedicate with the 2 hours, you can clear the subject without any problem. So okay, let's get started. So I prepared each and every module wise simplified notes and a simple explanation with the suitable tips to clear the subject. Coming to the first module, that is research methodology, introduction to research methodology. Here you have to explain about the following content. Number one, what do you mean by research? It is very, very important question. Research is a systematic, objective and scientific process of finding answers to the problems by generating new knowledge or improving the existing knowledge. That is a definition. What are the key points to be written in the examination? Systematic investigation, discovery of new facts, expansion of existing knowledge, solving the real world problem. Like in a one word answer, I can suggest you like research is a careful and systematic investigation carried out to discover new knowledge or an established facts. If you want, you can add these points also: replicability, transparency, logical and critical thinking, peer review, iterative process, systematic process, objective and unbiased. These are the important points which are concerning with respect to research. I think you can add this point. Every question paper I have seen, what is the meaning of research? Explain research. Such kind of questions. This is one of the typical solution for this. I suggest you everyone. What are the objectives of engineering research? Very, very important. Engineering research aims to focus on to develop a new product or process to improve the performance, efficiency, and safety, to reduce the cost, power consumption, and material usage, to solve the real world engineering problems. Also, like a management problem. If you are an MBA graduate, you have to add like to solve the management problem, present management problem, to contribute the technological advancement. These are the major objectives of research. Another important question: explain the importance or explain the objectives of the research. You can add these points. Other one is explain motivation in engineering research. Motivation is driving force behind doing a research, of course. What are the types of motivation? One is intrinsic motivation, another is extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation, you can talk about like comes from the internal interest. It comes from the curiosity, passion, satisfaction, etc. Example, interest in AI on or renewable energy. That is, we can say like or interested in communication system, interest in cyber security. Extrinsic motivation comes from the external rewards. For example, to get the degree, to get the promotion, to get the funding, to get the recognition. Because of that, we are going to start the research. That is called the extrinsic motivation of research. So, because I want to complete my PhD degree, then I'll get a promotion. So, I'll be getting the recognition, and I want to file a patent so that my name will be available, so that in the record. So that's a credit for me. Then I should get the awards. So these are actually called the extrinsic motivation. Explain motivation. What are the types of motivation? That is another type of question. Types of engineering research. One is purpose is number one, basic research focused on the theoretical knowledge, no immediate application. Mathematical modeling is an example of basic research. Applied research solve the scientific and practical problems, improving the battery efficiency. One of the example. Developmental research convert the ideas into product or process. That is called developmental research. Descriptive research includes developmental research. Example is prototype development. We are before developing the real hardware, we are going to have a prototype, right? Because for your final year project, you people are making the prototype. For your mini project also, you are doing a prototype, correct? Then descriptive research, describe existing condition, example survey based studies. Because for MBA people, management students, they are doing primary research, correct? Then analytical research uses the existing or critical analysis. Example, performance comparison. So these are the different type of research. One of the short question. Explain the type of engineering research. Starting from basic research, comes to applied research, developmental research, descriptive research, analytical research. Another very, very important question, that is research flow cycle. Explain the research flow cycle. You may add this diagram. This is very, very simple. Starting from identification of the problem, review of literature, setting the research question, choosing the study design, then deciding the sample design, then collecting the data, processing and analyzing the data, writing the report, and the publications. So these are the like around seven process which are involved in the research. That already explained in the form of a points. Number one, identification of the problem, literature review or review of literature, or reviewing the article or journal, etc. Then formulation of objectives, research methodology, data collection, analysis and interpretation, ultimately conclusion and reporting. These are the important steps which are concerning with respect to research flow cycle. Explain research flow cycle. That is one of the important question for your examination. For a diagram, if you draw, you'll be getting 3 to 4 marks. For explanation, another 6 marks. Altogether, 10 marks can be expected. Then finding and solving the worthwhile for solving a worthwhile problem. So that means a worthwhile problem should include original, significant work and viable and feasible and relevant to the society. It involves identification of gap from the literature, define the problem clearly, check the feasibility, ultimately finalize the objective. These are the important concepts with respect to the examination. What is the meaning of finding and solving a worthwhile problem? Try to add these points in your answer book. Explain the ethics in engineering research. Research ethics is a moral principle guiding the research conduct. Importance, ensuring the honesty, maintains the research quality. Apart from that, build a public trust. That is very, very important. So ethics in research practice involve accurate data reporting. So proper citation should be done. Transparency should be ensured. Then even accountability should be done. Right? How many papers and which year you have referred, and which paper you have cited, and which bibliographic database you have referred. All the things should be mentioned very clearly so that you should have accountability. So these are the importance of ethics in engineering research. Write a short note on ethics in engineering research. What is the significance of ethics in research? Like that, you can expect the university questions. So types of research misconduct. Explain the types of research misconduct. It is one of the guaranteed question, I can promise you. There are few misconducts such as number one, fabrication, other one is falsification, and the third one is called a plagiarism or similarity index. What do you mean by fabrication? Making up false information or false data. That is called a fabrication. What do you mean by falsification? Manipulating the research data. You are modifying, you are deleting, you are adding. That is called a manipulation. That is called a falsification. What do you mean by plagiarism? So I'm copying some other content, or I'm copying for my research paper. I am directly taking the content from the paper which is already published. That is 100% wrong. That is called a plagiarism. Copying others' work without any giving any credit. I am copying a diagram directly without mentioning that I have taken the diagram from so and so article. That is called a plagiarism. It is called a similarity index. There are so many tools to check the plagiarism. Turnitin, then Crossref, then Drillbit. So like that, so many tools are available. So ethical issue related to authorship. One is called a ghost authorship, gift authorship, order of authorship, duplicate the authorship. Ghost authorship I have explained very clearly. So some what I can say. So it is with respect to my designation or my power. So I am actually putting taking the authorship of like my candidate, because of under my guidance there are some candidate. I am adding their name. So it is not in the exact form. So ghost authorship describe professional writers who get paid to scientific work officially attributed to another author. The contribution of these writers is omitted from the author list and acknowledgement. This practice is also known as anonymous authorship. This practice is driven because of the growing pressure on the researchers to publish the original research. That is called ghost authorship. So like that, you have to talk about gift authorship, because you are my friend. I am putting your name in my patent or in my copyright. So order of authors. So you are my student. So my name should be there in your research paper. So duplicate publication. So these are the different type of ethical issue related to authorship. It is very, very important for your exam point of view. Ultimately, focus on the following question: define research and explain the research flow cycle, types of engineering research, ethics in engineering research, types of research misconduct, intrinsic versus extrinsic motivation. Prepare the table and write so that it will be very easy to convey. So for last day revision, I can suggest research definition, research flow diagram, type of research, misconduct definition, and ethics keyword. So try to add a point wise, mention the bullets, try to underline, draw the flow diagram and simple block diagram. So underline the important technical terms. For example, plagiarism, then ghost authorship. Like that, if any technical terms comes, kindly underline so that you prove that you know the content related to research methodology. You have studied the basics of research methodology. Yes. Coming to second module, literature review and technical reading. What is literature review? A literature review is a systematic study of existing research work related to the research problem. Because I want to do a research, So I need to identify the papers related to my research, and I need to read and understand what are the existing work which are available. That is called a literature review. I think you understood. Because I wanted to find out a new like a new project. So related to the domain, I am finding out some papers, and I'm finding out the advantages and disadvantages of existing system, and it helps to identify the gap, right? So goals of literature reviews are to identify the research gap, to avoid the duplication of the work, to understand the existing method, to justify the research problem. These are the unavoidable points which should be written in the examination. What is the meaning of new knowledge versus existing knowledge? It can be asked in the examination. Existing knowledge in the sense already available information obtained from the books, journals, and patents. What is new knowledge? It's an original contribution by the researcher, solves the unsolved problems. So research implies existing knowledge plus new idea, so that we can make a framework on the research. What is the meaning of analysis and synthesis of prior art? Prior art. So analysis, studying the existing work critically. Synthesis, combining the ideas to find the gaps. Outcome, identification of research problem. These are the major points you should include in the topic analysis and synthesis of prior art. Prior art means like uh, uh, there are so many materials available, so many contents available in the database that you are accessing. So prior art search. So before doing a invention, you should go for prior art search. It is similar to literature review. So bibliographic database. What is the meaning of bibliographic database? Explain the bibliographic database. One is called the Web of Science, other one is called the Google Scholar. There are so many available. So here, let us familiar these Scopus. You can say about Scopus also another database. Let us talk about Web of Science, peer-reviewed database, citation-based research, high-quality research paper. You can visit the website of Clarivate Analytics, Clarivate, so that you'll come to know different Web of Science everything. They are maintaining these Web of Science database. Google Scholar, free and easy access, include the journals, thesis, patent, everything is available in the Google Scholar. Even the main drawback of Google Scholar is less quality control. So that's a major issue of Google Scholar. But the Web of Science, you can able to find out the reputed and standard papers and the databases. We can 100% trust on Web of Science. Okay, right. Another question is explain the meaning of effective research, effective search. So why effective search is required? So, but effective search include use the keywords related to the topic. For example, artificial intelligence. Okay, machine learning. Right. Those keywords are very, very important. Then use Boolean operators. You can use and, or, nor, etc. Apply filters also you can apply. Filters with respect to years, filters with respect to the keyword, filters with respect to year of publication, all the things you can mention. Filters applicable to either you can go for conference or journal. That also you can make a search. Refine the search repeatedly. So these are the major points which are comes under effective search. Explain the meaning of effective search. What are the important steps involved in the technical reading? That is one of the sure question. That is what I put 3 star. Very, very important. Number one, read the title and keyword. Number two, if you found the title and keywords are matching for your research, kindly read the abstract and the keywords. Then, if you found your abstract is very interesting, directly check your conclusion. Check the conclusion of the paper. Yes, if you still that conclusion is far achievable, and it will be very suited for your research, come back to the figures and tables. Yes, if you found the figures and tables are very fruitful for you, read the full paper. So that this is the way how to perform the technical reading. Explain the steps involved in the technical reading. You can represent in the form of a simple block diagram so that you can convince your examiner. Kindly focus on this technical reading process. It is very, very important. So differentiate critical reading and creative reading. Critical reading includes evaluate the logic. Creative reading includes generate the new idea. Critical reading involves questions and results, where creative reading involves finding the improvements. These are the major difference between critical reading and creative reading. What is the meaning of data sheet? Data sheet provides entire technical details about the component. Suppose if you are doing the projects on like a microcontroller or ESP32 or Arduino based project, so you require so many components. Okay, so suppose if you are doing a hardware oriented project, you need to know different type of IC, integrated chips. So integrated circuits are required. So for example, MOSFET switch, you might have heard about the MOSFET. So, for example, I can say IRFP 250N. That is one of the MOSFET IC number. So, if you check out IRFP 250N, you will be getting entire detail about the switch, where to operate, what the temperature range, what is a like operating range, current, voltage, all the how much current it can be passed, what is how much voltage it can be withstand. Those things can be available. That means datasheet includes specification, pin details, where to connect it. So for example, MOSFET, we have gate, source, drain. Okay, that three terminal. So where to connect gate, where to connect drain, where to connect source, those 3 points. Then applications. Okay, these are called datasheet. It is a sure short 5 marks question. What is the meaning of citations and attribution? Citation implies which gives the credit to the original author. That is the meaning of citation. What are the functions of citation? Giving the credit to the authors who published the paper early. Because we have to respect, we have to give the credit, of course. Somebody has to done the work, we have to respect. That is very, very important. Then support the claims, right? Suppose for like, it's my work, I need to claim, right? Then enable the verification. These are the important functions of citation. So most repeated questions are goals of literature review, Web of Science features, difference between critical and creative reading, importance of data sheets, functions of citation. These are the sure short questions and which you can expect for the forthcoming examination as well. From the module 3, it's a core module, that is patent and IPR. What is intellectual property, IP? IP is a creation of human mind protected by law. That is called IP. What are the types of IP? Patent, copyright, trademark, industrial design, and geographical indication. These are the different type of IP. You may get a essay type question based upon this. What is the meaning of patent? A patent is an exclusive right granted for an invention, that is called a patent. What are the conditions for patentability? Novelty is 100% required, then inventive step should be there, then industrial applicability. So these are the major conditions should met to like a grant the patent. So try to add these 3 points in your exam point of view. So in like inventions eligible for patenting: products, process, technical improvement. So these are the like invention eligible for patenting. So what are the things which are non-patentable? One is law is excluded, then mathematical methods are excluded, even abstract ideas also excluded. You can think about the paper, but the patent it's not like that. Okay, patent like a it should be like a product should be suitable for product process, etc. should be suitable for the society. But these are the things which are excluded from the patent. Explain the patent filing process. It's a 10 marks question. Patent search is included, filing the patent registration application, preparation of patentability report, then review of application, then issuance of patent registration certificate. These are the 5 important processes. For example, it can be elaborated in another manner. Prior art search should be done because suppose I want to do a patent, I need to search whether idea is existing or not. Filing the application, then go for the publication, then go for the defense, that is examination, ultimately granting of the patent. This can be also written in the form. So types of patent application. One is provisional application, complete application, PCT, and convention. These are the types of patent application. You can elaborate very simple way. What do you mean by patent infringement? Explain the patent infringement. Unauthorized use of patented invention is known as patent infringement because already one patent is existing. Suppose I am using that patent, that is called patent infringement. I should not do it. Okay, that is called a patent infringement. Important question from module 3 are patentability conditions you can explain. What is the flowchart of patent filing step? Explain the patent filing step with the flowchart. Types of patent application. So fourth module includes copyright and trademark. What is copyright? Legal right given to the creators of original work, which includes literacy, then artistic, musical, and cinematographic. These are comes under copyright. For example, movie, short film, everything is copyright protected. Economics versus moral right. Economic right includes the financial basis, where moral right includes author recognition. Then copyright infringement. Unauthorized use of copyright work is called copyright infringement. Fair use of doctrine includes allows the limited use for the education, research, and news reporting. Because some website, they will directly ask what is the purpose of using this. So that is comes under use of doctrine. Some patent can be used for the educational purpose, correct? So that is called like a fair use doctrine. Explain the concept of fair use doctrine. What is the meaning of trademark? Symbols or mark identify the goods or services is known as trademark. Coca-Cola bottle you can see, then Microsoft logo, Wipro logo, LIC logo. Trademark symbols like it is like a TM or R. This is the way how to represent the trademark. Classes of copyright, fair use of doctrine, trademark registration steps are very important for your university exam point of view. Coming to the last module, that is industrial design and geographical indication. So what is the meaning of industrial design? Protect the aesthetic appearance of the product. Look the jar here, how they design very beautifully. This has to be protected by the creator. So protection period is 10 years plus 5 years of extension, total 15 years. Non-patentable design against the morality, flags and emblems, artistic work. These are actually non-protectable design. Geographical indication. What is the meaning of GI? GI identifies goods for specific location. For example, like Mysore silk. It is very popular in Mysore because they want to promote their business in that specific region. So Mysore silk is very popular, which is very high quality silks which are available in the Mysore region, Karnataka, India. Darjeeling tea. It is available in the Darjeeling side. Okay. Like because I cannot, because I'm from different place. So I cannot like say that this tea is belong to my place. So it's a Darjeeling tea, right? Similarly, Kullu shawl, Chamba rumal, the Kinnari shawl, Kullu shawl, then Kangera painting, Basmati rice, Himachali Kala Zira. So these are the different type of product which is already filed under geographical indications. So case study also you have to focus. If you need the case study, I will send you immediately based upon the request. So time being you focus this case study on turmeric pattern, case study on the basmati rice, how US ultimately taken the patent. It is actually derived from India, but the US has filed the patent. That story also, the case study also there in the literature. If you need, I will share everything. Even notes also I'll be uploading in the drive. One link also will be shared. You can click the link and you can access complete notes, detailed note. This is enough for your like a better scoring package for your university examination. Within 1 or 2 hours, you can get a very good score. Similarly, neem patent also you can explain. So industrial design is important. GA definition and example, turmeric and basmati case studies. So attempt the high scoring module first, draw the flow chart wherever necessary, write the definition clearly with the suitable underlining the technical terms. Request you to subscribe our channel if you found these contents are very useful. Also share the video if you found this is useful to others. Kindly recommend, request you to recommend. Also kindly comment for so that I can go for the betterment of the channel and the presentation. Thank you very much for watching this video. Also kindly like this video if you found it is very fruitful. So happy learning. I wish you all the very best for your examination. Do well. Have a good time for everyone.